How is everyone doing? I'm creating a video that shows how to connect to Ally Invest via their API. The documentation for the Ally API is pretty straightforward. It explains what you need to do to connect. However, I noticed at the time of making this video, there aren't any videos out there to show you how to connect to the API, and I was hoping that maybe someone would find this useful. Some people are better learners from seeing someone connect as well versus simply reading it. Or so anyways, let's get started. I'm at the ally.com website right now, which is the homepage for Ally Bank. Once you're here, you click on investing in retirement. This is the landing page for their Ally Invest products, if you will. You can see they have quite a bit of financial instruments to choose from, everything from Forex, stocks and ETFs, options, bonds, and mutual funds. I'm not sure if they allow commodities, and, and, but they may. Don't quote me on that. This video is about connecting to the API, and we're going to establish a connection. So if you found this video useful, maybe I'll create some more videos and show how to utilize the API and get quotes and execute trades, put stops. But for now, all we're going to do is connect successfully to the API. So you will click right here where it says Ally Invest API. Shocker, right? I already have an account, and my account's for personal use. You can see there's for personal use and distributing to others. If you're distributing it to others, you're making an application that other people can use to make money and invest. For personal use, it's just for you. Pretty self-explanatory, right? But I had to say it. Actually, I didn't have to. I decided to. So I click for personal use. I already have an account, and I'm logged in. If you don't have an account, when you click to create the app or to log in, it will prompt you to sign in. From there, you could create your account. They allow you to open an account without funding it, so you can see if this API fits your wants and needs in regards to how you're going to trade. So again, I have an application, but I'll show you how you would create a new application, which is required to be able to connect to the API. So you're going to click Create a New Application, type your name, whatever you want to name the application, your email address, your phone number, and description. Again, personal applications checked. Agree to their agreement, and hit Create. When you do that, you will receive a confirmation email, and you'll be given 4 security measures, if you will. You get a consumer key, consumer secret, OAuth token, and OAuth token secret. So you fill these in, hit create, and I'm not going to click it to expand it, but to view your consumer secret, consumer key, OAuth token, and OAuth secret, you would expand where it says developer application here, under developer applications where it says trading app, and that will show you again your consumer key, your consumer token, your OAuth token, and your OAuth token secret. You need those to connect to the API for security measures, right? So let's go to, I found it better actually when you go to Ally, and you can see my search history. Cool, huh? Yeah, Ally API. There's nothing too incriminating in there. Documentation, which I misspelled. Laugh at me, because I do it all the time. So here's what I said earlier. They used TradeKing, which was the broker that they acquired before. They still use TradeKing in the URL. So to make any requests, this is the base URL. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a Jupyter Notebook. I'm using Jupyter Notebook. You can use any text editor that you want. But I decided to use Jupyter Notebook for no reason really. So we're going to use 2 libraries. We're going to import requests, which allows you to connect to and request information from an API. Ally's API uses OAuth 1.0a, I believe it is, which stands for Open Authorization. So you're going to import from request underscore. Why don't I just type it and then I can tell you what it is. From requests underscore OAuth lib import, and they may change this because I think OAuth 2.0 exists now, but for now that's what they're using is OAuth 1.0. So you'll see that importing these two libraries will help simplify and minimize the code we need to use. I created a Python config file that contains my consumer key, consumer secret, OAuth token secret, as well as my account number, because I don't want to make that public for you guys to see. I want you to learn from this, but I don't want you to have my account information. So from my config file, I'm going to import everything. If you're doing this on your own, you can copy and paste your keys directly as a string, or create variables, or import them from another file like I'm doing. So I'm going to go to the next cell, and there is nothing. It says there's no module name request, and that is correct because it is requests with an S. So, okay, I have all those libraries imported. And again, the point of this video is just to connect successfully to the API. And I'm going to do that by establishing a 200 code just to show that it was connected successfully. If it turns out this video helped some people and they found it useful, I'll create some more videos going a little deeper into everything that's possible with the Ally API. But again, for now, all we care about is connecting successfully. So you have to create a URL variable. And what we are going to do here is first create this to a code cell. URL equals, we're going to go back. I'm going to copy this base URL. I'm going to paste it here. And if you see the documentation to get your account, so again, OAuth 1.0a, I should add, you have the ability to use XML or JSON. I'm using JSON. I'm not importing the JSON library for this video because all I'm doing is showing that the connection was successful. If I decide to make later videos and we manipulate some of the data, I will utilize the JSON library for Python so we can manipulate JSON structures. But I'm going to simply, so you see the URL that I pasted, it was /accounts.xml. So I'll go /accounts.json. And actually, I'll even do one better. I'll put my actual account in because I created a variable, which was initially my intention for making this video. So how about we go to account balances? And you're not going to get to see the millions that I have in here, but you'll see that I connected successfully to it. So I'll go /balances. Still not the one I'm looking for. Okay, I wrote it down anyways. So it is, here's what it is. I'm going to use an F string. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to, so remember I created a variable. I'm creating a video now, but I created a variable in my config file called account, or ACCT for short, which contains the string of my account number. So next I'm going to create a variable called authorize, which utilizes this OAuth 1 that we imported earlier. So and I'm going to use the tab function in Jupyter Notebook to autocomplete. So I'm going to put in the 4 variables that I created in my config file, consumer key, and I do believe they need to be in this order, whether or not it's a variable or a string of your keys and secrets. So what we've done is we've created a variable using OAuth1 imported from the requests OAuth lib library. And I'm going to call it authorize, not authoriz. So next we're going to create a variable called response and utilize the requests library. I'm going to go request.get, and in here we're going to pass the variable URL. Again, you could copy and paste the string if you want, or type the string, but I created a variable because if I'm doing this regularly, it's a lot shorter to type URL than it is to insert the main URL. But you didn't need me to tell you that. So auth is a parameter that's required, so I'm using this variable authorize, auth equals authorize. So before we get the status code, all we need is to say 200. That means the connection was successful. So I'll open another window again. If you already know this, what this means, bear with me, but it's just proving that the connection was successful when we get a 200, so you can see what it means. So indicates the request has succeeded, right? That's the whole goal, is to connect successfully. So to do that, all we need to do is get response status or status underscore code, and if you realize, and before I execute this, something that I did not do and are going to laugh that it didn't go through, have your laugh and I will debug later, but hopefully it says 200 when I run it. It does. So as you can see, we successfully connected to the Ally API with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines of code. The 7th doesn't really count. We connected before the 7th, right? 7th just shows that it connected successfully. So 6 or 7, depending how you want to slice it, lines of code is all it took to connect to the Ally Invest API. I hope this video was helpful and clarified more than confused you. I know that once I figured it out, it's pretty straightforward. If anything else, just look at the screen and make this fit your scenario accordingly. If you find it useful, share, comment, and I'll create more videos that actually show you how to utilize the API itself. I hope you enjoyed this and found it useful. I'm going to stop the video. Enjoy the Catalina background and have a great day.